Today we're going to transform a sample of writing from a non-native English learner into something a native would say, so you see how to express yourself in your speaking and writing more naturally and fluently. Sound good? On to the sample I got from a learner. I am Hong, who is received the email from you. I come from Vietnamese. Thank you for the email from you sent for me per week when new information. I write this email to share with you about my problem. I have learned English in many years, but my skills isn't improved. I can read well, but my listening skill is too bad. I just understand some words when listening. Not understand them means in conversation. Okay, this actually wasn't too bad. I understood the message, but there are a lot of very basic grammar errors. So let's clean this up to make an error-free level 2 version of the sample, and then I'll talk about what I fixed. I am Hong, who receives emails from you. Here you need to decide if you're talking about one mail or many. I'm just assuming many, and that this is continuing, so he receives mails and not the email from me. I come from Vietnam. This is just the difference between a country and a nationality. You're from Vietnam, but you are Vietnamese. Just like someone who's Japanese comes from Japan. Pretty simple, but things like this might need a bit of review from time to time. Thank you for the emails you send to me each week with new information. It's this sentence that tells me he is, in fact, talking about receiving regular emails from me, and not just one. So I was correct about that in the first sentence, and I can edit the grammar in this sentence accordingly. You also send an email to someone, not for someone. A message can be for someone, like this call or mail is for you. But if you're talking about sending something, you send or deliver something to someone. I write this email to share my problem. You can share a problem or story with someone, or you can tell someone about a problem or story. I have learned English for many years, but my English skills haven't improved. You do something for many years if you're talking about it from a time in the past to now. In would be used if you're talking about doing something in the future. And because he is talking about the past, his skills haven't improved. Next, I can read well, but my listening skill is very bad. To here sounds unnatural, so you'd use very instead. Something like the weather can be too good or too bad. Like if the weather is too bad to drive. But a skill is more something you build from basic movements or steps. So you're not really bad at something when you just start doing it, and you can't really be too bad at it. You're just not very good yet. Finally, I just understand some words when listening, but don't understand what words mean in conversations. Here, it's not really clear if the problem is that he can't hear clearly, if he doesn't understand the meaning of the words, or that some kind of lessons are easier to understand than conversational speech. But at least we've corrected the grammar. Now, let's see one way a native might express this for the highest level of natural conversational flow. I'm Han, a reader from Vietnam. Basic information about your name and where you're from can usually be combined. And it's much more natural to express a description as a kind of person or job. So instead of someone who receives emails from you, Hong would just be a reader. Much easier, right? Similarly, someone who transports you from one location to another in an automobile would just be a driver. It's implied that he's getting my emails if he says he's a reader. Next, he's just thanking me specifically for tips and advice, or lessons, that I send each week, so it's more natural the way I've written it. Thank you for the new tips and advice you send each week. Likewise, let me tell you about my problem. Just get to the point. At most, you'd say, I'm writing because I have a problem. But again, I know he's writing, so there's no need for him to mention it. Let me tell you about is also a good way to introduce a problem. Next, I've learned English for many years, but my listening hasn't improved. Again, we want to get to the point and be specific about the problem. There's no need for 2 sentences when one will do. Just state the specific problem without introducing something more general first. After all, if you can write, there's no need to mention that you can read. Finally, we get to the specific problem in the last sentence. I understand some words I hear, but often don't understand words in conversations. Now, this could be expressed more clearly depending on what the specific problem is, but this is fine for today. Comparing the 2 examples, you discover one of the secrets to communicating well: simplicity. See how you can improve the way you communicate by changing just a few simple words? Feels pretty good, right? Finally, try writing the native version in a comment below to improve your fluency. And see if you can make it even better with your own version. Remember that if you transform your English, you really can transform your life. So to keep improving, click on the link in the upper right of this video, or on the link in the description below this video, to take our quick fluency quiz. It takes less than a minute, and we'll use your answers to give you the best advice possible in a free, personalized guide you can use to speak better English today. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, share it with others you know who also want to improve, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more. Click the bell icon for notifications after you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.